Yo, what's good, people? May 19th, Ourside, No Loose Chat, Southside collaboration card. Shout out to Snoop, shout out to Queen Paris, shout out to TMR joining us on the face-offs, and shout out to these gentlemen. We've got Ghast Buff and we got Dazzy Talks. What were you saying? Ghast, what were you saying? It's your first time back there on NLC.
I'm good, man. It is. I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are looking forward to seeing your battle on NLC. We've never had you on NLC before, so this will be very interesting to see you in front of this crowd instead of in front of a Prem crowd.
No, 100%. The timing just hasn't. I've wanted to be on NLC for a while. The timing's just never quite fully synced up, but no, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Dazzy, you've been here a few times now. You know what it's like. You know the vibes in the room and the energy. How are you feeling about this one?
I'm confident. Coming back to do the same thing I've done the last 3 times I've been here. Walk out with a win. Same different days, same thing in the office. You get
it. Let's get this out of the way first, because it's a little stuff at the start that everyone just does. How much do you rate Ghast and stuff that you've seen of him?
He's good. One thing I'll say is that the only thing I reckon he has over me, experience. You see that experience? There's a lot that comes with experience. You can better your performance. There's things about the crowd that you learn. But the thing is, he's coming from a different platform. You understand? So that experience factor only plays so much. So there's bits of experience that I'll have better than he does in a certain aspect. And then that's not to take away from however many battles that he's had. He still has that aspect of experience over me. But this is my house, you understand? This is my platform. So
Ghast, what do you think about that?
I mean,
and have you seen Dazzy's previous battles?
Yeah, of course. Like, honestly, if I hadn't, I wouldn't have accepted this battle. Like, I accepted this specifically because I know who Dazzy is, because I know how good he is. I know the ceiling that he has. Like, and I wanted to give him something that he hasn't had before yet, you know, which is like a real test for him, because he's had some great performances, but I really want to see him like level up again. And I think he really needs to stand in front of like a pen. I don't think Dazzy's had that yet. He stood in front of some good performers, but I think of my crop, the crop before his, I think I'm probably the best pen of that crop, if not comparable to the person you'd give that to. So I think he needs that kind of test. Like, he's saying the only thing I bring to him is experience, but it's not like I'm coming into it with experience on what platform like he is. Yeah, he's had 3 great performances on NLC, but I've been on twice as many leagues like I've battled in as many countries as he's had battles. So it's not like I'm coming into it with like one level that I'm like, I know what works for like the same 20 people in Manchester. I've battled across country. I've battled in several countries. I've battled on numerous platforms, leagues. I've gone into rooms where everyone knows who I am. I've gone into rooms where no one knows who I am, and I've won them all over in the end. So
talk your shit, Ghast.
Talk your shit. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Dazzy, how you feel like you're gonna be able to deal with that experience come Sunday? That sounds like a seasoned battler right there.
Don't mean a thing.
Mm.
I'm not scared of experience. Experience doesn't scare me. I feel like I've been very systematic with my approach in battle rap. So I've taken every battle as and when I feel that I'm ready. You understand? I'm not taking battles that I don't feel like I'm ready for, because I'm not. What does that do for me? You understand?
Mm.
What does that do for me? So if I didn't feel like I was ready, I wouldn't be here right now. You understand?
Right.
Okay.
And what was you when you was looking through Ghast's previous battles? What do you see that? So you said experience, but what else do you see like in? So he says he's a pen. As far as his class is concerned, he's the top pen, or one of the top pens in his class. So what have you seen in his previous battles to tell you that I need to take him seriously?
He's an angler. He's an angler. And I'm very intrigued to see what he can say about me. That's one thing. One thing I wanted to ask is, who's in his class though? Who's considered his class?
I think you can answer that for you.
Well, my class, like I think like Reverse is my class. I think Dojo's just on the cusp of my class. Caveman, Kingsley.
Okay.
Like the 21 to like early 23 crop. Like I genuinely think the only person in my class, like there's people that I will put my hands up and say are better performers than me, but the only person I would say is comparable to me writing wise is Reverse, and I genuinely would fancy my chances against him, the level that I'm on currently. So
That's the one name I was raising eyebrows thinking, you think you have a better pen than Reverse Clear? I don't think so. Not clear.
Not clear.
But I'm glad you can identify that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
To answer your question, in addition to experience, I feel like in terms of flows and grabbing the crowd's attention, he can do that within his angles. Because let's be real, he knows how to rhyme words. He knows how to say things that will get the crowd listening. There's not going to be a point where, during this battle, I'm telling you now, there's not going to be a point where people are going to be like, oh, what's he saying? You understand? Everyone's going to be hooked because they want to hear what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Their attention is grabbed. You understand?
Right.
So do you feel like Ghast is going to bring a different type of energy to what we're used to seeing at NLC? Especially what you're used to standing in front of?
The thing is, I don't know. That's the honest truth. The position I'm in right now, and he's done it very well, because I don't know what kind of Ghast I'm looking to see. I've seen the more serious Ghast. I've seen the jokey Ghast. You understand? I've seen a mix in between. I personally don't know what Ghast is coming. I'm just preparing for every form of Ghast that can come. Any new one, any old one, the funny, the not so funny, the serious. I need to be ready for every single persona that he can bring, whether he's going to bring murder buff, whether he's going to stay the same, come with makeup or whatever. I need to make sure I'm ready for every single type of Ghast.
So in other words, you're coming to kill on Sunday.
100%. 100%.
There we go. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear.
Would you say this is the most challenging person you've written for so far?
Pen-wise, 100%. Pen-wise. Definitely. Definitely pen-wise.
I think
Yes, how do you feel about that?
Go crazy.
Again,
so,
like if he wasn't giving answers like this, I wouldn't have taken the battle. Like, I spoke to Dazzy like after my Anderson battle, and we were talking about what we were aiming for, what we wanted for the future. He said to me, like, with chest, I want Eunice. Like, it wasn't a statement. It wasn't like, oh, this is a name that, you know, I wouldn't mind facing down the line. It was not, this is a name that I'm gonna take the head of one day. And I was like, right, this guy's now on my radar forever. So when Snoop hit me up and said, what name do you want? I was like, look, Dazzy impresses me. Like, I really want to give Dazzy a challenge, because that's what happened with my crop. Like, I had a pretty, you know, rocky start in the beginning, like, you know, choking Kingsley. You know, obviously the iBattle thing was kind of like a happy coincidence. But like, if someone like LS Dean hadn't given me the chance that he had, it wouldn't have given me that kind of incentive to level up my writing. I'm in a similar position. Like, Dazzy has improved exponentially battle on battle. So I don't know what Dazzy I'm going to be facing. I know it's going to be better than the one that he went against BMF. And let's be honest, like, I've been around long enough. I've got enough quirks to me. I'm not a difficult person to write for or angle for, I don't think. So I know Dazzy's not going to struggle picking approaches. I know he's not going to come up with oh, Ghast buff rhymes with Ghast up. Oh, that's a bar. Like, I know he's going to have some good stuff for me, and it's going to be a treat. It's going to be a treat to stand in front of it, because I'm a fan of his. He knows I'm going to promote this before and after the battle. It's a platform I am happy to give him. But on the flip side, I'm also aware that because he's the crop after me, I made it very clear last year I was gunning for the new crop, because yeah, I had some good performances, not a whole lot of wins, and I wanted this year to be my year where I wasn't taking the easy wins, but I was also going for people that wouldn't necessarily. I don't want to be that one of those guys that says I'm only taking like vets, or I'm only taking like main eventers. Like, I would rather test myself against people in my crop, or the guys that they say are killers on the way up, so I can get them a platform. The first name at the top of my list was D-Burg, best pen in my opinion of your crop, Dazzy, and I ended his streak. And I'm looking to do something with you because I see you being towards the top of one of the best performers in your crop. And on a league like NLC, that's a test for me as well. You got to remember, I'm still new. I'm still reasonably new myself, mate. I'm still looking to test myself and move on to high tiers in my own right. So I'm not just coming into this to kill a new guy. I'm doing this for my own sake as well.
Shit, man. Wow. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Say no more, man. Yeah.
Dazzy, are you surprised? Dazzy, are you surprised by how serious he sounds about this?
No, because I think if you've actually watched me, and as he said he has, you can see from my SB performance, I was about here. Then who was next? TKE. I had a cancellation, obviously. Some people saw those bars, but we'll go from the TK. TK, I was here. BMF, I was here. Regardless of what people are saying about the name flips or whatever, I was here. I was on 10. So he knows that he's not coming to face this BMF, Dazzy. I've learned a lot. You understand? I've heard what people have said. I've taken in some advice, you understand? And I've watched back. I'm thinking, what can I improve? What looks better? What sounds better? So he knows. And the fact, if he's not talking like this, then he's a very foolish human being. You understand?
Well, what makes you say that, Dazzy? Why would he be a foolish human being if he's not talking like this?
Because if you can't... One thing that I'd say a battler needs to have is that identifying what's a threat. You understand? You understand? And that's where I feel like BMF went wrong. He didn't see me as a threat. And the fact that he didn't see me as a threat is what ultimately killed him.
His head taken off. Yeah.
You understand? And I will say this now. The fact that TK is not scared of MK, the fact that he's completely fine, because I was watching.
Oh, you watched, yeah? I got something to say. I'll speak to you about that after. Yeah.
I was watching. The fact that he can actively say all of this and think he's going to 30 MK, he can't look at his performance with me. He thinks our battle was debatable. The fact that he thinks that our battle was debatable, it means he's not switched on. He's not ready for that. That's what I will say.
You want me?
In TK's defense, he didn't actually say he was gonna 30 MK. He didn't actually.
He didn't commit to it. He said he's not. He said the opposite. He said he's not going to.
He said he's not going to say it.
Yeah.
But him not saying it, he's taking this ambiguous approach. Like, he wouldn't take the battle if he didn't think he was going to win. You understand?
Yeah.
For sure.
If you
For
didn't
sure.
think
For
he was
sure.
going to
And
win.
there's money on the floor.
Yeah.
But this ain't about them, man. If you want to ask us about them, man, after this, you know.
No, of course. No, I'm going to talk to you about that after. But Ghast, this is your first NLC battle. Your first. I know you battled different countries. You said, is this the first type of crowd? I know you battled Anderson as well on the members card, which you went crazy and you had the crowd there as well. Like, do you not worry, but do you have that in your head that it's a different crowd? It's not Prem. It's not the usual crowd I'm used to.
I think I've been around long enough. I think I've been around long enough that everyone will know who I am and generally know what my style is. And even if there are reservations about, the way that I used to rap, because I think a lot of people still see me as I was in my first year, and I am leaps and bounds different from that. And I think the D-Burke battle shows that. I just think good bars will win over any room. Like, it's all well and good saying, "Oh, it was a manny crowd, it was a dead crowd." Like, good bars will wake a room up. And even like the ScoMo battle, we did it in Manchester and we did it in London. So it's not even like this. Like, it's not even like I'm new to Brixton. This is my second Brixton battle this year. So it's I'm constantly learning, constantly changing. So. I think the other thing, you got to take into consideration, this battle isn't happening in a vacuum for me. Like, I'm still part of a tournament. I'm still writing for a second battle on top of this. The mindset that I'm writing all bars in at the minute, because I'm going into this battle knowing, right, if this battle drops or, future ops are in the room for this, it's something they're going to take into consideration, that I'm going up against a new guy who, let's be honest, could beat me, and that could go in the forward. But I am writing bars in the mindset that I'm going to be stood in front of Gemini in November. I have to, because that's the tournament I'm in. That's the level I need to have. That's the level of trust I need to have in myself and my pen, because otherwise, why am I in the tournament if I'm not reaching that level? No one goes into a championship tournament and goes, "Oh, golly gee, I'm happy to be here. I hope me and Crow have a jolly good time." No, I'm giving Dazzy as much respect as I'm giving Crow, because I can't afford to let my pen slip in any battle.
Crow.
All right, so Ghast, I know you haven't battled over here as much as Dazzy has, and I think I heard him say earlier about it's my house, right? So are you looking to step up in his house, take over his spot, become a Brixton resident? Do you have that plan?
I have never had any problems with going to anyone else's house. I battled a returning Irishman on an Irish card on 2 hours sleep, where the entire crowd was singing his walkout music, which was one of his own songs, and I still did my bars. I did a battle that was on URL TV's Caffeine against a guy that I knew was 2 tiers higher than me. I had no idea how many people were watching, what they were saying. Barely anyone in the crowd seemed to be vibing with me, and I still didn't feel the pressure. That battle went on to get literal millions of views. I have walked into a job interview and had someone do a double take with me and ask if I know who Anderson Burris is. I am no stranger to pressure. I am no stranger to knowing this guy might make me look stupid if I'm not on my A game. I'm no stranger to that. And I don't think Dazzy is either. I think Dazzy knows full well that I could bring my A material, and this might very well be, and should be, frankly, the best material we stood in front of. And I think he welcomes that challenge.
I hope so. I'm always excited. You see, my favorite thing about battle rap is the pen aspect. You understand? I love wordplay. I love punchlines. Everyone knows. If you know me, you know I love punches. That's what the whole bare knuckle thing is. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. And I feel like he has some good punches. I'll be so happy to have a good battle where I can actually nod my head and be like, you know what, that was a punch.
He's gonna
bring that.
I'm excited for this battle, man.
So
I'm very excited for this.
One thing I heard Ghast say as well is that he was giving you a platform. Do you feel like he's giving you a platform?
To an extent, yeah.
Okay.
To an extent. Because there's going to be a whole lot of people who have never watched that are fans of Ghast,
Right.
From wherever he's battled, like you said, he's battled in different countries, he's battled in different cities. He's
Right.
accumulated all these people, and they're gonna watch him battle me.
Right.
Those people might not necessarily see my battles, so that's exposing me to a whole new crowd of people. Oh, if that makes sense. You understand? As for me, I battled 3 times on the same league, and essentially it's the same crowd every time with extra numbers. You understand?
Right.
So I can only give him so much. So in terms of who's giving who, it has to be. You understand?
Okay. So do you feel like then it's a step up for you in opponents? Then you feel like it's a step up for you?
100%. He knows this. I know this. We all know this. This ain't new information. Everyone knows that this today is the hardest opponent.
Right. But what we can say though, Dazzy, is, you know, in the street, a man could be whoever they are, but you see, when they come into your yard, you're always the man in your yard. So my question is to you, do you have any plans to let this man come in your yard and take over your yard?
No chance.
And Ghast, do you feel like, fuck all that, I'm coming in, feet up on your coffee table, watching whatever series you was watching from halfway through, because it's like that?
Like, I came in with this with 2 goals in mind, and I'll be upfront. The first goal was to get Dazzy an iBattle plate. I'm going to be 100%, because I know there's people in that league that pay attention to me, that follow me. Lex has gone on record as saying that NLC is his favourite UK league at the minute. And as we've seen from the likes of Whispers, the likes of RX, he's not afraid to give a hungry newcomer a platform in their first year. So I know that there's going to be people in that league watching this, where all Dazzy has to do is be fire against me. He doesn't even have to win. If he's fire, this could open doors for him, and I genuinely really want that for him. But I'm still aware that I'm 2 years deep, and there are still people saying, I don't find Ghast believable. I don't think he's a rapper's rapper. And you can't get a more purist league than NLC in the UK right now. And I have been eager to show that it's not just pen, that my flow has improved, my angles have improved, my punches have improved. Like, I'm not going to look out of my element here at all.
I like that. The comfortability.
Let me say,
I like it.
one thing I want to say, when I say I'm writing to 30 someone, that's no disrespect to the person, you understand? If I'm saying to Ghast Buff, I'm looking at Ghast Buff now, you probably can't tell, but I'm looking at you, Ghast. I'm saying to you, I'm going to 30 you. That's not me saying that he's shit. That's me saying I've written to a standard which I believe can beat him, you understand?
Right.
And if I think he's a high standard and I'm writing to that high standard, in a certain way, that's respect for the other person. Because if I say, oh yeah, I'm writing to give you a round, I'm thinking you don't respect me. You understand? If someone ever says to me, you're writing for me, and you're telling me you're not going to 30 me, you're not writing to respect me. Because if
anyone who writes to 2-1 gets 30'd. It's just facts.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, you got to write for 30s.
If you're telling me, oh yeah, I'm writing, and yeah, Dazzy might take a round, I'm taking all 3.
Yeah.
You left the door open in the interview, in the face-off. You left the door open. So yeah. So when people ask me, oh, Dazzy, what do you think is going to be? Every single time, you lot are all going to hear me say 30. Whether that's me facing Ghast, whether that's me facing Tech, whether that's me facing Moke, whether that's me facing anyone, I will say I'm going to 30 because I wrote every round to win. I didn't write a round to lose.
And speaking of, right, like, because, you know, we're wrapping up a little bit here. So you've watched it. Oh, surfing on the book. You've watched the last face-off we had. And MK had some words. MK had some words about you and about, you know, obviously he said he's going to take out your man, TKE, on Sunday. And I was like to him, like, yo, Dazzy might be there waiting in the shadows. And he said he will deal with you the same way he's going to deal with TKE on Sunday. Like, what's going on? Like, because I feel like that would be a very, very good battle. Because I feel like the friendly business.
100%.
You know what I mean? The friendly
Everyone
business
knows
is
it.
there, but I
MK
feel like
The brothers.
I feel
my
like you
brothers,
two
man.
will try to really kill each other.
MK's my guy. MK's my boy. We stepped in the same class, and I know MK. You understand? He's become one of my good friends.
Mhm.
And do I think I'll win? Do I think he'll win? I think I'm gonna win between the both of us. And the same way he thinks he's gonna win. You see the same thing I said about us. If he's not writing to 30 me, he doesn't respect me. That's what I believe. That battle is gonna be insane, and it can't happen now. I will tell you that for a fact. That battle cannot happen now. There's four people in our new class that I don't think that should battle each other. That's Craig, Riss, MK, and me. Those people in that class, we can't see each other right now. It's too early. The fact that MK and Craig have battled already, I think it was too early. I think that
was also a different Craig. I think that was a different Craig G and a different MK.
Exactly. And the fact
yeah.
Craig that battled MK then and the MK that battled the Craig G then, they're two different people now. If we had waited for that battle to, you get me, maybe in another year, then we would have had some crazy battle, because that would have been 3 rounds as well, for a fact.
Right. Right.
Same way when I battle Riss, same way when I battle MK, same way when I battle Craig G. Craig G's the one I'm saving last. He knows it. We battled on the same day
today, innit? Jesus Christ.
Craig G started on the same day. The exact same card, exact same day. So it will end on the same day. Do you understand?
Ghast, he was also hitting that wanting to battle more of your crop and then the crop below you. So after Dazzy, who would you really like if Snoop was to come to you on the same day and say who's next?
Ghast already knows. Yeah, Ghast already knows.
I'm happy to talk about it if you want me to.
Oh, it's locked in already.
No, it's not. It's not locked in yet. But yeah, Ghast, answer it, bro.
Yeah, so there were conversations, and I'll be honest, right? I was offered a different name for this card, right? Originally, the name that I was offered for this card was RX, and respectfully, I turned it down because I think that's a battle that can be big down the line. I think the position that RX is in, where he's doing incredible stuff among his own crop, he's already coming off the momentum of some good performances on Prem, an incredible international performance. Especially when we're in a position where we've both been drafted by iBattle, there's a chance we could be the first UK versus UK battle on their league. Like that feels potentially monumental. Whereas me going into what, frankly, his house at the moment, me coming in for my debut, it's not the same story. Whereas, when I was off that, I said respectfully, not the time. Give me Dazzy. Let me make Dazzy. Like I just think that Dazzy is someone that's going to rise to the occasion against me. He knows I'm going to push this to the moon, and I agree with everything Dazzy said. I think his crop, I feel like you find yourself as a battler after you've had around 5 or 6, so 2 or 3 events time, like Dazzy Craig G, Dazzy MK, those are headline battles. Whereas right now they're like co-main event where it's like, okay, let's see who's establishing. Same as like things like Viz Moke and Viz Georgie, like they felt like they happened at the right time. And I feel like these are battles in the same vein where it would be nice to see them and they would be fire, but they could be great. And I want to see them when they're great.
Tekken Moke is
Tekken Moke, exactly.
It's the main event now. Yeah.
Happening at the right. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the same thing.
It's important sometimes, but other times, like I've said before, some of these lot need that thrown in at the deep end kind of treat. Just to let them know, listen, this is how deep it really gets.
Yeah, and they write their best shit all the time. You know what I mean? I'm sure Dazzy's pens leveled up because of the opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I got this. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you're writing some of your best shit, right?
Yeah,
there you go. So,
sink or swim.
That's a fact.
That this is one. I think that this is a good one for NLC.
Yeah, for real.
So we're gonna see.
I think this battle's got everything. We're going to see a lot in this battle.
This was actually one of my favorites on the card, to be fair.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
definitely a lot more interested in this battle now. I was interested, but now
want to see
a lot more.
how Ghast comes over there, man. I want to see that. I want to see that shit. So yeah, man.
Any last words, Dazzy?
May 19th. Guys, I hope you're ready. I'm so excited. I'm ready. So let's go.
Ghast, any last words?
No, I'm very excited for this one. Like, Snoop and P know I'm going to treat the league with respect. Dazzy knows I'm going to treat him with respect. I know what I have in my head and in my pad, and genuinely, if he takes a round, it's going to open doors for him because I think I'm bringing some of my best stuff.
Okay,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It's going down Sunday, 19th of May. No loose chat. Southside, Ourside collaboration card. You get me? Ghast versus Dazzy. Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. I definitely got to try to be there for this one. That's for sure.
Get your tickets.
For
The tickets are still available. You've got a week left. You've literally got 6 days.
That's a
Get
fact.
a ticket.
Book the tickets.
All right.
Let's do this.
Man, then. All right. Salute.
Blessings, guys. We'll see you Sunday.
Yes,
all right.
So I don't want to end. No, you when your team goes